Hark at the wind.
Check.
I should hardly think he'd come tonight.
Mate.
That's the worst of living, and you're so far out. Of the beastly and out-of-the-way places to live in, this is the worst.
Never mind, dear. Perhaps you'll win the next one.
There he is! Sergeant Major Morris. I would like to go to India someday and see those old temples, fakirs, and jugglers. What was that you were going to tell me about? Monkey's paw or something?
Nothing worth hearing about.
Monkey's paw?
At first glance, it's just an ordinary paw dried to mummy.
And what's so special about it?
It had a spell put on it by an old fakir. He wanted to show that fate ruled people's lives, and anyone who interfered with it did so to their own sorrow. He put a spell on it so 3 separate men could each have 3 wishes.
Well, why don't you have 3, sir?
I have.
And did you really have your 3 wishes granted?
I did.
Has anybody else wished?
The first man had his 3 wishes, yes. I don't know what the first 2 wishes for, but the 3rd wish was for death. That's how I got the paw.
If you had your 3 wishes already, it is so good to you then, Morris. What do you keep it for?
Fancy, I suppose. I thought about selling it, but I don't think I will. It's caused enough trouble already. Plus, people won't buy. They think it's a fairy tale. And those who do think anything of it want to try it first and pay afterwards.
If you could have another 3 wishes, would you have them?
I don't know. Better let it burn.
If you don't want it, Morris, then give it to me.
I won't. I threw it in the fire. If you keep it, don't blame me for what happens. Pitch it in the fire like a sensible man.
How do you wish?
Hold it up in your right hand and wish aloud, but I warn you about the consequences.
Sounds like the Arabian Nights. Don't you think you might wish for 4 pairs of hands for me?
If you wish for something sensible. I found the paw in a temple in India, Temple Ali Baba.
You know, my coworker at the mill went to India once. Maybe you should give the pot to your boss to get a raise.
Don't say that.
If the story about the monkey's paw is no more truthful than the ones he's been telling us, we shouldn't make much of it.
Did you give him anything for it, Father?
A trifle. He didn't want it, but I made him take it. He pressed me again to throw it away.
Likely. We're gonna be rich, famous, and happy. Wish to be an emperor, Father, to begin with. Then you can't be henpecked.
I don't know what to wish for, and that's for a fact. It seems to me I got all I want.
Well, if you only cleared the house, you'd be happy, wouldn't you? Well then, wish for 200 pounds, so I'll just do it.
I wish for 200 pounds. It moved. As I wished, it twisted in my hand like a snake.
Well, I don't see the money, and I better never shall.
It must have been your desire, Father.
Never mind. There's no harm done. But it gave me a shock all the same.
Well, it's about time I get to bed. I expect to find the money tied up on a big bag on top of your bed with someone horrible staring at you, watching you talk to your ill-gotten gains. Night.
The idea of listening to Morris is nonsense. How could wishes be granted these days? And if so, how could 200 pounds hurt you?
Might drop on his head from the sky.
Morris said that things happen so naturally that you might, if you wished, attribute it to coincidence.
Well, don't break into the money before I get back. I'm afraid it'll turn you into a mean, avaricious man, and we'll have to disown you.
Herbert will have some of his funny remarks, I expect, when he gets home.
I dare say, but for all that, the thing moved in my hand. That will sort too.
You thought it did.
I say it did. There was no thought about it. I just... What's the matter?
Come on in.
I was asked to call. I come from Mom and Megan.
Is there anything off the matter? Has anything happened to Herbert? What is it? What is it?
Sit down and don't jump to conclusions. You've not brought bad news, I'm sure, sir.
I'm sorry.
Is he hurt?
Badly hurt, but not in any pain.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
He was caught in the machinery.
Caught in the machinery, yes. He was the only one left to us. It is hard.
The firm wished me to convey and sincere sympathy in your great loss. I beg that you understand I am only your nurse servant and merely obeying orders. I was to say that Mom and Megan disclaimed all responsibility. The amount, no liability at all, but in thought of their son's service, they wish to present you with a certain amount.
How much?
200 pounds.
What are you doing?
The idea of listening to Morse is nonsense. How can Morse's hurt? What?
My mom is head in the sky.
Moore said that things happen so naturally that you might, if you
Take
wish,
one.
attribute it to coincidence.
Well, don't bring it to the money before I come back. I'm afraid it'll turn you into a mean, avaricious man and will ship happen.
Who's flickering the lights? Nosferatu!
That was so bad.
What are you doing? What?
I'm a Cooper. Living so far out. Of all the boot.
Action.
Likely. Wish some.
Is it? Oh, sorry. Action.
Likely. We're gonna be rich for this time. Wish me an epic father to begin with. Then you can't find them.
Action.
Caught in the machinery. Yes.